Welcome back, Love Nation. This is Nina. Like, share, and subscribe. So, I finally got my power back on after several days. Thank you to everybody that expressed concerns. I am going to make a podcast video style. We're going to talk about the Olympic controversies, but first I want to get into this very, very gorgeous outfit. Mongolia came to slay at the Olympics. They definitely won gold for best dressed. I wish that the U.S. would do something about Ralph Lauren and his designs. At this point, I feel like they are kind of dated and made our team look like NASCAR drivers at the opening and closing ceremony. Getting back to this, there's a lot of controversies that happen, and we're going to get into a couple. I definitely want you guys to comment below on everything that you saw at the Olympics. And we're just going to get straight into this podcast, you guys. Thank you so much. Thumbs up this video and share. Into some of the controversies that went on during the Olympic ceremony. And again, because the Olympics is being real funny about using video and pictures from the Olympics, they're flagging people. I'm just going to go ahead and create this into a podcast. So please follow along with me, you guys, because several crazy things broke out during the actual Olympics. We're going to start with Canada. Yes, our friendly neighbors to the north, as they were a part of literally one of the first controversies from the Olympics. Now, it's being said that what happened was on July 22nd, the New Zealand's women's football team noticed that a drone was flying over their training session in Saint Etienne and reported this to the local police, who found and detained the drone operator, Joseph Lombardi, who is an analysis for the Canadian women's football team. The New Zealand Olympic Committee then reported the incident to the IOC Integrity Unit before announcing the situation the next day. The New Zealand football team issued a joint statement saying that they were expressing a lot of disappointment with the Canadian team. The Canadian team then apologized and said they would review the next steps with all relevant governing bodies. The COC announced on July 24th that a non-accredited member of their delegation, the drone operator, got arrested and admitted to filming the New Zealand team on July 19th too. The Lombardi and assistant coach Jasmine Mander were immediately sent home back to Canada. And head coach Bev Pressman said that she would not coach Canada's game against New Zealand on July 25th, the opening match of the women's football tournament, with assistant coach Andy Spence to be with the team. Pressman had led Canada to gold during the 2020 games. Pressman denied being a part of the spying scheme, and the COC initially said she would remain as the head coach. After further information came to light, Pressman was removed from the Olympic squad the next day on July 26, with Spence to take over. I cannot believe that Canada was the first team having people getting sent home. I guess a little bit of the U.S. is starting to rub off on our neighbors to the north. Completely crazy. So yeah, you guys, that was the very, very first controversy. And there were several more. Another one that I want to get into is, of course, there were countless protests concerning all of the devastation going on around the U.S. Then you had the French high-speed train vandalization and arson attacks. Jean-Pierre Farandot, the head of the state of the railway operator, the SNCF, reported that the high-speed rail network suffered multiple instances of coordinated sabotage, causing significant disruptions to train services. The incidents occurred just hours before the opening ceremony of the Olympics, considered a high-risk event. The affected lines were located in the western, northern, and eastern regions of France, impacting not only domestic trains but also the Eurostar services traveling the neighboring Belgium and to London via the Channel Tunnel. It was expected that roughly almost 1 million travelers were impacted because of the arson attack on the French railway network. There was also pow pow threats. July 24th, a suspicious bag was spotted near the football venue ahead of the match between Uzbekistan and Spain, handling the issue and causing some spectators to be held back and miss the start of the match. And you guys know how expensive these tickets were, have been not able to be let in because of these different things. Then there was also threat alerts on July 26th, and the Paris police is trying to take care of it. Now, oh my God, you guys remember the opening ceremony. I wish I could show video, but I definitely know that the Olympics will come after my channel. Various people were very, very upset with several things going on with the opening ceremony. Now, first, I am going to say that I applaud the fact that the French did try to do an outdoor ceremony on the Seine River. I'm going to get more into the Seine River controversy in a little bit. And I appreciate the fact that they were trying to have an open air where so many people can watch for free. But there was a lot of people saying that there was a lot of symbolization going on with this that was inappropriate. You had people going after how it looked. It was offensive to some religions. And you guys know that Aya Nakamura, who is a black singer, I believe she was born in Mali but grew up in Paris, received a lot of overtone of, racism because of her being black. A lot of people disapproved of her even being a part of it, not to mention other symbols, and people thought was parodies, which basically was offending everybody. Getting into the Seine River drama. There was supposed to be, I believe, a triathlon on the Seine River, and it's been having pollution issues. A lot of people got sick, vomiting, not feeling well after going in the river trying to do that event. The rain overflow and bacterial. It was a mess. It was just a mess. Then there was controversy with the quality of the Olympic food being shortages. People are saying that some of the food was undercooked. Some people had to actually fly in their own chefs and food supplies. Then people were also complaining that raw meat was actually being served at the Olympic villages, and it was a mess. Then you had people complaining about the cycling, saying that the pavement for the cycling was not up to par. Then you had the boxing controversy. People were saying that Iman Keef of Algeria, probably did not say that name correctly, was actually an XY chromosome person, which is basically an XY chromosome person is a male competing in a female event. A lot of people went online to blast this and, spoke out against her. She is now coming out to sue. And this was, again, another mess with the Olympics. Not to mention endless censorship. And one thing I actually do want to get into, there were so many things going on that were controversial. The breaking events. I found that to be actually pretty upsetting. There's countless people that do breaking. And to see the Australian that did the breaking, and she just did not look good. I thought that was an embarrassment to people that do breaking. I'm at a loss for words. I'm not even sure how she actually made it to the Olympics. I've seen 5-year-olds do better breaking than that. I do hope that breaking comes back. However, again, that was another mess. Then, of course, we have the Jordan Childs gymnastic incident. And I'm going to try to break this down. So, during the women's gymnastic floor final, Romanian gymnasts Anna Maria Barbusa and Sabrina Mansi-Vonia, sorry if I did not say that correctly, initially scored third right ahead of American gymnast Jordan Childs, with Barbusa thinking she had won the bronze medal because of a high-scoring move she had performed. Child's coach, Cecile Landy, had filed an inquiry on Child's score, which resulted in a review, which found that her difficulty had been entered incorrectly. It was then adjusted to 5.9 from a 5.8, and the overall score was upgraded to 13.766, removing her from fifth into a bronze medal position at third. While the score inquiries are not uncommon in gymnastics, further controversy across when it was revealed that Voinia had received a zero point 0.1 deduction for going out of bounds, and the replay showed that Voinia may not have gone out of bounds after all. If the deduction was not taken, Voinia would have scored a 13.8, which would have put her in the bronze medal position even after Jordan Child's score actually increased. So it was contested by the coaches, and they're basically saying that Jordan Childs, as of right now, has to return the medal because the U.S. did not get their questioning into it in a timely fashion. And as of right now, of the making of this video, this is actually still going on to see if Childs will actually be stripped of her bronze medal. Then you had instances of athletic misconduct. August 5th, Paraguay swimmer Luana Alonso had been asked to leave the Olympic Village after creating the team's chef de mission. Described as an inappropriate atmosphere, Alonso responded on August 6th, stating that she had been reprimanded but had left Olympic Village on her own free will. Then, August 7th, Australia field hockey player Tom Craig was arrested by the police after he was seen purchasing pharmaceuticals from an undercover dealer on the streets. Craig was released without charge, where he would lose all his remaining Olympic privileges and miss the closing ceremony. The following day, August 8th, Indian wrestler Antim Pigam, sorry if I did not say that correctly, was evicted from the Olympic Village after her sister attempted to enter the village with her accreditation. In response, the Indian Olympic Association announced to withdraw Antim Pagao and her support staff back to India. August 9th, Egyptian wrestler Mohammed Ibrahim Al-Said was arrested by French police for allegedly putting his hands on a woman at a cafe in Paris. So, this was a mess. Just wanted to report a little bit of the controversies. Now, there was actually more than that, but too much to fit into this video. I definitely want to know what you guys think about all of these various controversies stemming from the Olympics. And like I said, to go this far, to get on that stage, and then to have all this drama coming out later, is a mess. It's a mess. So I definitely wanted to come back with this video to update you guys. Leave your comments respectfully below. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, enjoy your day. Bye, guys.